Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so we're cooking with gas right now. So, okay, Carol, take it away, and I'll hop in. And everybody, just be mindful if we ask you to mute yourself, because sometimes it creates some reverberation when we're talking. So just be mindful that your mute's on, and unless you're speaking. I'm going to mute myself now as well. Okay, Carol, take it away.
Okay, hi, I'm Carol Rivet, and I just want to thank everybody for coming, and this is a wonderful opportunity for us. I can't believe that we actually got the Susie Macrea here with us. She's amazing. And to tell you, I was like, I set this webinar up, and then I was like, oh no, I've never done one before. Oh no. And so I called her this morning and I was like, oh, you wouldn't happen to be, and she was so graceful, and she is so wonderful. And she was like, sure, I can. And Susie, I love you. Like I've said, I've watched you from afar. If that sounds a little stalkerish, I'm sorry. But this is awesome. Onpassive is an incredible opportunity. I am so blessed to have found this. And what I want to do is I want to have Susie, who is part of the Leadership Council. She is a high energy, incredible woman. She has experience in business management, and she does the webinars, public webinars, private founder webinars. She's really close with Ash, and it's just incredible. The whole Leadership Council is incredible. And just to have her on here with us, I'm so blessed and honored that she was able to come. So she's going to do a short overview on Onpassive, and so just listen. And then afterwards, I'd like for us all to go around and give our why for we joined, for those of us that are founders. And if you have any questions, if you're not a founder, please jump right in and ask some questions too. Okay, so Susie, take it away.
Okay, well, thank you, Carol. Your words are far too kind. I feel like I have a little fan club, which kind of embarrasses me. So I'm going to keep my eye on admitting people. Well, this is part of what the Leadership Council does. So I'll just talk about that a little bit, and then we'll talk about Onpassive. The Leadership Council, Ash had the first group of Leadership Council. I believe there were 6 people on it, and it was people across the globe that he helped him with, like troubleshooting things, some strategic planning, helping other founders, running things by them, because he was basically creating all of this on his own. Then as we went from like 100,000 founders to, as you know, we're over 400,000 founders now. Back in September, when we were really seeing that rise, he decided to add some more people to the Leadership Council. So the reason that he invited me, I truly believe, is because I'm the type of person who asks a lot of questions. I speak up, I give input. I was active in the community, and he knew my background in training and development and human resources and all of that, and the stuff I was helping founders with in Onpassive Nation, which is a big Facebook group with Marty, Mike, and Dan, which you may know of them, or you may have seen Mike Ellis's videos. So I just thought it was a privilege to do that work, and I made myself available to do it. So when Carol says, I called Susie and she said, yes, that's what we do in the Leadership Council. We are here. We're the same as you guys as founders. We're here to help support other founders. And there's nothing in there about who's on what team, what benefit does Susie get for doing this Zoom. None of that exists, which I love about the company. I'm here to help grow this company and get accurate information to people. And if I don't have an answer, I'm going to tell you I don't have an answer. I'm not going to go down that path of trying to placate anyone. So that's basically the Leadership Council. Do I have any inside information? No, no, I do not. I don't know if Ash is closer to others that he shares stuff with, but basically all I know maybe ahead of everybody is if there's a change in when we're going to be doing a webinar, or if we're going to be adding something to the back office that would help founders, or if we're going to do something differently. He kind of bounces things off us. So I don't really have any access to inside information, but he's a wonderful man. He sent me an iPhone 12 Pro Plus. It came in, I was like, oh my goodness, I got all of this paperwork from India. And he sent that as a gift. So I'm more than blessed to be part of Onpassive, and I have never received a gift like this in all my years. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm just admitting a few more people in. Boy, we got a good crowd here. So welcome everybody. I'm Susie Macrea. I live in Amherst, Massachusetts. I became a founder in, it was exactly a year ago, January 4th, 2020. So I've been in for a year. And I'm going to talk a little bit about what Onpassive is, especially in this video. We're recording it so that if you want to share this with people you know, or you want to talk about the business with, that's great, because you're on this, I'm on this, you can share it. And it has a lot of social proof in it. That Carol received a laptop from the CEO. I received an iPhone. This company is real. You know, I didn't really know what people meant. There's her Dell. I didn't really know what people meant about being part of a program or a company and having it just disappear, the next shiny object. That's all new language to me. So I'll tell you, I think what would be best is I'll tell you about why I got into Onpassive and then a good overview of it. So I became part of an MLM, multi-level marketing company, almost about 5.5 years ago. I did not join it to do the business. I joined it because I enjoyed the health products that a friend told me about. And I fell in love with the health products and I started feeling better. And I had no intention of sharing it or building a team, but everyone started asking me what I was doing. How come I felt so great? I was a hot mess and I was feeling better. So I built a team. I had a lot of fun with it. But what I soon found was I was bringing people in, I was bringing customers in, I was earning income from it, but the rest of my team wasn't successful. They caught the vision that I had and I helped support them. But as a lot of you who may have been involved in network marketing or an MLM know, it's difficult to maintain the business and to grow a big business. They say about 3% are successful. And it's not that we are unsuccessful people. It's just that we don't have the tools and resources, I truly believe, to grow our business. So I have been on the hunt for the last few years. I was looking so that I could improve my business and give my team tools and resources that were duplicatable, which is a hard thing to do, and get them successful. Because quite frankly, I felt responsible when they got all excited about making residual income and they struggled getting people on board. You'd bring 5 people in, 2 people would leave. So you know that routine. So I became part of a whole bunch of Facebook groups, women entrepreneurs. I was looking around to see what's the next best thing I could do to help my team. I tried a few things that were unsuccessful. I paid money for them and they were unsuccessful. So last January, I saw a post from a woman who talked about no recruiting, you know, artificial intelligence, marketing, plug and play, all done for you, force you to be successful. I was like, oh my goodness, this sounds too good to be true. So I jumped on board and then got a pit in my stomach like, okay, I just spent $97 on my American Express card because I was still didn't know much about it. But something said to me, Susie, you got to jump onto this, because I had in the past created a website. I had a virtual assistant helping me. I had a Facebook group. I was creating lead magnets. And if you don't know what a lead magnet is, it is a page that entices people to give you their name and email address if you offer them some information or a PDF for free or something free. So I was creating lead magnets, graphics. I was working with this virtual assistant to figure out how do I get contacts in an email manager. I mean, I spent hours and hours and hours and money and money and money to try to figure this out. And I figured it out. I had a beautiful website. I had beautiful lead magnets, but nobody was coming to my website. I had a website set up to teach people about gut health and taking care of themselves so that they in turn would maybe engage in the products I was promoting through my MLM. And then I could help my team that way as well by bringing people in for them. So it was all fine and dandy, but the key thing was I was getting no traffic. I was learning how to do Facebook ads. I was posting. I was online for hours, and I really did not get any return on my investment. And I was spending monthly fees for everything. So when I saw this post about Onpassive, I jumped on board. So this is what Onpassive is. Onpassive is an IT, information technology, AI, artificial intelligence company that has products, digital products that are proprietary, built from scratch. They're not copycatted from anyone. They may look similar from with other things that you've seen online, whether you're online or not, it doesn't matter. These products are available. And the first intention that the CEO, Ash Mufareh, had was to create a marketing, all-in-one marketing platform for people like myself, people who owned a brick and mortar business that needed tools and resources. And one of the biggest tools he has is a thing called traffic. And so he created it with the intention of having people come in as founders for $97, catch his vision, and start promoting that, hey, this business is going to launch, help him with the beta testing of the products. And it was like, wow, this is great. So what that ended up morphing into is as Ash developed that marketing platform that people could come in, purchase the products with a one-time out of pocket. Your subscription every month to keep those products comes out of your commissions, which was a brilliant idea. And that like sold me right away, because if you've ever been in any business, there's a subscription every month and you have to have a certain level to stay in. But not only in an MLM, I also have friends who do online businesses who are spending a couple thousand a month. Let me admit someone, a couple thousand a month just for their Zoom account, their email marketing account, their website, who's hosting their website, the graphics, all of that stuff, the IP tracker, VPN. Those are all things that Ash had created to say, if you're a marketer or you have a business online, Onpassive is going to have the tools and resources for you, including targeted paid traffic. So with your monthly subscription, you pay for traffic to go to where you want it to go. Okay, that's a whole other thing. I won't get into too many details about that. So as Ash was developing this, he was bringing in engineers, technicians, IT people that were brilliant, that were part of other large companies. From what I heard, there's some people from Amazon, Google, and quite frankly, the story I heard, which I believe is true, is that they got bored because it was like the same thing. And here's Ash, who's a mastermind and a forward thinker, anticipating the future. So these guys and women came on board. And when they came on board, they said, what about this? Hey, maybe we can do this. So now all of a sudden, instead of just an all-in-one marketing platform, it has morphed into a TIS, which is a total internet solution. So what does that mean? That means that Ash and his team have created 50 products at this point that a lot of people use online. And as Ash says, they're selling, and they're not just selling online now, not his products yet, but products that are proprietary that they have created. He says not only are they selling, they're selling like hotcakes. So everybody across the globe is purchasing products like websites, website builder, VPN, Zoom, ways to chat, chat bots, lead pages, funnel builders, all of those things, screen capture, all of those things people are purchasing, and a lot of those items have limits on them. For example, Zoom. Carol has a free Zoom account, but she can only Zoom for a certain amount of time. I pay a monthly fee for my Zoom, and I can have 100 people and I can record it and go as long as I want. I think I can go 24 hours. Don't worry, I'm not going to do that today. But if I want to have more people on the Zoom, I have to increase my subscription. And Ash truly believes that why have a limit? Why limit people? With email marketing, you can get MailChimp for free up to 500 contacts. Then if you want to do anything else, cha-ching, cha-ching. So he has developed a whole bunch of products. You can go to onpassive.com. You can also go to onpassive.com/blog, and you can see some of these items. Now, if you're already a founder, in the back office, we have our private webinars that you can participate in, and you can see he does share some of the products with us. And very, very soon, the founder position is going to go from $97 to $149. I haven't even talked to you about compensation yet, but let's just talk about soft launch. The founder, you can become a founding member in Onpassive now for $97. Very soon it's going to go to $149, and it's going to be what we call soft launch. During soft launch, Ash is going to, and his team are going to run marketing campaigns on our behalf. You can still bring in founders if you want under you, but he's testing his marketing campaigns. And as they bring people in, and if they do fall under you, there's no guarantee, but if they do fall under you, you will receive a small bonus. And during this soft launch, he's releasing, I believe, a dozen or 20 products for us founders to test and to play around with before we go into the official launch of Onpassive. So the soft launch, the best of my knowledge, is going to last a month or two. And then once they feel comfortable with everything, they're going to launch. Soft launch should be happening, from my understanding, within the next week or so. I have no more information than the rest of you. But the beauty of Onpassive is that word passive. If you join, you will be successful. Ash says he will not leave any founder behind. Whether you bring people into your team, which is not required, or when we launch, if you bring customers in or resellers, which is not required, you are paying a monthly subscription once out of pocket. And in that subscription, that gets paid every month out of your profit because he's bringing in, Onpassive is bringing in customers under you. Plus you'll have overflow from the people above you. So there's this matrix that I don't know the ins and outs of. He's only told us a little bit about the pay plan because it's proprietary and I believe it's getting patented. But as people come in, you're earning commissions. Commissions will be held back to pay your monthly fee. So that monthly fee is not coming out of pocket, and that's paying Onpassive to do the work for you, the traffic, to use the products. It's all under one umbrella. So if you do absolutely nothing, which trust me, I have a lot of people in my family and friends who know, love, and trust me. They jumped right on board. I told them just a little bit. I said, this is an opportunity to get in for this amount of money. And when we launch, it's about this amount of money. They jumped on board, and they really aren't, a lot of them really aren't engaged. I'm the one who keeps them updated on things, but they don't have to be. Although I'd love them to be more engaged, they don't have to be. And I think that that is tremendous because most people don't like to recruit or want to recruit. So I hope that was a good enough overview of Onpassive. I at first joined for the marketing platform to build my MLM. Now I'm like, this is my new business. This Onpassive will be my new business. Yes, maybe I will promote my MLM, but quite frankly, I'm 59 years old. I'm going to be 60 this year. Like many of you, I've worked hard my entire life. And I am so looking forward to a company that is going to bring in customers, take care of the customers, do all the customer service, do all the advertising, take care of all of the products. And I do not have to be managing a team or products or customers. That is like, to me, unbelievable. And if it sounds too good to be true, my answer is it is too good and it is true. And I have been involved every day for the last year, and my belief is through the roof. So we're not here to pester, pressure, or try to convince anyone. If you're watching this and you're not a founder yet, reach out to the person who invited you. They can send you more information. You can reach out to me. I'll send you more information, or Carol will. So I hope that was a good overview. Carol, if you want to take it from there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, Susie, that was amazing. That was amazing. Do you see now why I asked her? Oh, it's just so great. I just wanted to, for anyone that would like to, I was going to start off with my why as to why I joined Onpassive and like 4 to 5 of the reasons. And if you would like to share, I know Loretta, I've asked you too, because you've been just like killing it too. So let me just do mine real fast, and then we'll go through each person. And then at the end, if we have any questions for Susie, if you have any questions, just save them for the end. Okay. So I've been waitressing for over 30 some years, and COVID happened. For a short story, try to make this quick. And pretty much lost that job. So I moved up. I'm originally from New York. I moved up to Vermont, and now I live here with my daughter and her husband. And found Onpassive during this search. I've been in marketing for 10, 15 years or so. I know exactly what Susie's talking about when she says, you know, I've been able to build some small teams on my own, but when it came to bringing the team with me and having them be able to make money and earn too, very few were able to. And so when I came across Onpassive, I was so excited because some of the top reasons, one was that, can I make money doing it? And yes, I can. But the biggest one for me was, can my team make money? Even if they don't recruit at all and are totally passive, can they still make money online? And that was a resounding yes. And I was sold with that right there, because the advertising, to me, the advertising and the products are everything. Because if you don't have, like Susie said, if you don't have eyes to your website, you're not going to be successful no matter how great your company is. And the other one was, do I have to come out of pocket every month? Because Lord knows it gets expensive and things are tight and things are hard and it's rough out there right now, you know. And Onpassive, the fact that you do not have to come out, you know, the one-time payment for the founder, like Susie was saying, and the one-time payment for the subscription once we start, and you get your advertising and all the products with that one time, and then you earn residuals, and then the rest of the subscription comes out of your profits. That's amazing. I've been in companies where they, like Mike Ellis says, they milk you dry. They really do. And another big thing for me was, do they have valuable, legitimate products? And oh my gosh, do they? Susie just went over some of them. And I didn't even realize in soft launch, I was hoping we were going to be able to use like the webinar platform, like what they're talking about. I didn't realize we were going to have like so many more of the other products that were done to be able to use. Oh my gosh, I am so excited. It was like beyond excited. And the products are, like Susie was saying, cutting edge, built from the ground up, never be seen before, AI, machine learning. Where are you going to find that and not have to make a monthly payment with it? So that was a no-brainer. And the fact that it's legal globally, that it's licensed where it needs to be licensed, it's registered where it needs to be registered, it's certified in the countries that it needs to be certified, that, you know, in the US, we're going to be getting sent 1099s from our income. I want it legal. I'm sure, you know, we all want it legal. We don't want it to open up and have governments close down, the IRS come in and say, hey, where's all this money coming and going from? We want, and that's what Ash has done. He's opened up everything. So it's all legal. It's all, you know, it's amazing. Licensed and registered in over the 200 countries. And then the other reason why I was so amazed and 110% behind this is, can I make life-changing income? I've been, like I said, I've been doing network marketing for quite a few years. Had some good things and some bad things. But most of the things that I've been in, you know, I could earn $100. I can earn, you know, a few little, you know, some with other countries, with other companies. But MLM is hard to grow. Network marketing is hard. Direct sales, it's hard to get customers to your website. Onpassive does that all. And then they're sending everybody below us as founders. They're guaranteeing our success. Who does that? Who does that? You know? And so the fact that they do that, and that with Onpassive, you can, you know, with patience, because it's not get rich quick, so it does take time, but over time you can be a 6 to 8 figure earner. So it's, you know, I'm done with a few $100s here and there. I want life-changing income because I'm going to change lives around me. And that's what Onpassive checks all of those boxes. And that was those are the 5 big reasons why I got into it, and a little bit about myself. Okay, so Loretta, would you like to, I'll mute myself and you can go ahead and tell.
My dick bitch.
Yes.
Okay,
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I have a question. I have a question.
Oh, can you save the questions to the very end? We're just going to go through and
Yes. Suck my dick, please, so much.
Okay, just hang on till the end and then we'll answer the questions.
Can you hear me, Carol? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you, Loretta.
Yes, I can hear you.
Michael, who is the
Fuck
judge?
off. Bitch, your motherfucker shit.
Oh, hey, please, no swearing, and please mute yourself.
Please, die.
Old nigger. Oh, old nigger. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, my friend nigga.
Oh, Susie, you
Okay,
wanna,
Carol, yeah, I'm gonna remove,
yeah, remove them, please? Thank you.
Okay, again, my name is Loretta Hammers. I've been online for over 20 years or so looking for something to do. But once I joined the company, these different companies, I had to pay a monthly fee. With some of them I started out with $250 a month, which I
I
couldn't
like your
afford.
black pussy.
And like I said, been up over 20 years now. My why is I'm trying to help my family and my husband and myself so we can have a honeymoon, because we never had a honeymoon. And I love to purchase a house and get out of debt, our old student loans, and
Right,
help my
right,
church.
worldwide.
And I get basically that's about it. And how I found out about Onpassive is through Carolyn. And that's how, I joined last year sometime in July the 23rd. And I have a couple of people under me, but I'm not good at recruiting, so I'm doing pretty good so far. But other business I've been into, I didn't recruit anybody. It was so hard for me. Okay, thank you, Carolyn, for listening, everybody.
Okay, thank you,
Loretta
Loretta.
Hammond is fucking nigga.
Steve, do you want to share a little bit of why you joined, or Steve? Are you listening? Jay, how about you? Jay, would you like to share?
Yeah,
Hello.
sure.
I'm here.
So, well, my story is I was an
Back my bitch
animator.
up.
Actually, it's the one with the cat image. That's the one which is causing the trouble. So maybe we could remove them. So, yeah. So in my profession, I was an animator for 15 years. I used to make cartoon movies and stuff, and I also got involved with a network marketing company, and it's going really well for me. And my team is active, and we are doing, like, this COVID has been a blessing for us, and the business has, like, kind of exploded. It's going phenomenally well for us. But on the same side, when I got to know about this Onpassive, what reminded me is Bitcoin. About 15 years ago, the Bitcoin thing was very new, and someone told me about it, and I was like, this is nothing. Like, it's stupidity, some virtual currency and stuff. But after 15 years, yesterday night, I was looking at it. One Bitcoin 15 years ago, when I looked at it, was less than $10 for one Bitcoin. And today, this Bitcoin is $43,000 for one Bitcoin. 43,000 Canadian dollars. Last night I checked. So this was something that now I feel that, hey, back in the day, if I could have had a little bit of trust, I could have invested $1,000 in purchase a few Bitcoins. That would have right now been like $1 million or something, right? So now when I got to know about this Onpassive, I'm like, maybe this is another Bitcoin in the making. So if it only costs about $97 to start, why not? Right? Let's give it a try. Let's see if what they're claiming, what Ash is saying, that this is coming, if even a little portion of that is true, maybe it could be something that could help all the founders to get involved right now. So I took it as an opportunity, and I'm still, to be honest, I still don't know what's going on. From what I've heard, I'm sure Susie and Carol, you're probably on the same stage. Maybe I'm just coming on the ship. You guys have been on the ship for a little while, but in terms of how much we know, we don't really know much, right? Because But you know what? I'm still trusting. I want to know. I want to give this a try and see what's coming. Right. I have a few questions, but I'll bring my questions on after everyone else has told us their stories. But I appreciate your time. I appreciate this webinar, and it's really nice to meet all of you today.
Nice to meet you, Jay. Yeah, that whole Bitcoin story. Yeah, that's crazy, huh?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Crazy. Yeah. And what just to respond before we go to the next person, I think and I hate to talk money, but what really enticed most of my good friends and family was the price point. Okay. For most people, it was affordable for them to become a founder, knowing that it was just one time and there was 100% money back guarantee. And then when we launch, it's a one-time out of pocket for the subscription. And kind of gave them a ballpark figure, knowing that, and I also told them if they decided they didn't want to stay in, I would buy their position. That's how much belief I have. I think the price point, because there's a lot of places, people are saying, is it 97 a month? I'm like, no, are you kidding me? It's not. It's $97 right now. Anyway, I think, do we have Carol? Steve is going to talk, do we think?
Yeah,
Can
Yeah.
I talk for a minute?
yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to get my mouse to unmute. Now I've been doing this stuff for quite a long time myself, and I've lost a lot of money. I've been scammed a few times. I should not say that because it'll attract me a lot more scammers. Don't ever say that because that's what happens. That's what seemed to happen to me. And they always going to scam somebody that's not knowledgeable, that doesn't know what they're doing, and you can't. That's why. And they say, well, that's no different from outside world. Well, that might be so, but it's easier to scam somebody you're not looking at in the face. But anyway, I'm off. This is ridiculous, but $97, I've probably spent thousands. I've lost thousands of dollars. So to give up now is kind of ridiculous. And I fight this with my spouse all the time. She has no understanding of what I'm trying to do, but I just have to let that go and keep going anyway. Don't give up. And like I say, don't ever give up, and you'll finally come out ahead. It does take a lot of effort. Even if this doesn't work, or what, I'm not quitting. I do some Forex trading. I've been doing it for about 7 years, and I haven't made any money in that. So I would never recommend Forex unless you've done it for 2 or 3 years on paper. I'm still not ahead on that. That is the most risky thing anyone can do. And I've lost thousands of dollars on that too. But hey, life's what is it? You only live once. Hey, that's me. And I was in Vietnam and almost got killed there. So hey, this ain't gonna hurt me. Thank you. Thank you for letting me share. Bye.
That was great. That was great, Steve. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
Okay, would anybody else like to share?
Hi, this is Jesse. How are you today, Carol? How are you today, Susie? Appreciate
We're
what you're doing. Forgive me for not showing my face today. But my background is in the ministry of Jesus Christ and church, things of that nature. I've not made money that way, but that's what my passion is. I've made my money through real estate and through mortgage origination. So I know something about that world. But I really like Onpassive because, like most of you, I've tried the MLMs and the network marketing companies and have had minor success, nothing to really talk about. I've probably lost, more than I gained. But nevertheless, what I like about this company is that, and I did join as a founder. What I like about this company is that the marketing piece will be in place. And that's the key to any business, any that much I do know. The marketing piece has to be in place in order to, like somebody said earlier, you can have the best website in the world, but if nobody knows about it, it's not going to help anybody. So everything comes down to, getting the word out. And so when I saw that the company is going to help and do that for you, not to mention the spillover, recruiting. People don't really like to recruit for some, some people don't have that type of personality, but I do like that as well, that you'll have spillover, spillage, and it all goes back to the marketing piece. So for me, that was a plus. And $97, some people can't afford it, but a lot of people can. And, if it doesn't pan out, which I believe it will, I don't want to be negative. I believe this really will pan out. And I just think that it's going to be fantastic. I'm sort of rambling here, forgive me, but I think it's going to be fantastic. And at a $97 price point to get in, hooray. Thank you for your time.
That's great, Jesse.
Thank you,
That's
Jesse.
great. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Hello, can I say something?
Yes.
Okay, this is Chukuma from Nigeria. I really want to thank, I really want to thank Carol, because it's through her that I got to know Onpassive from what she posted on Facebook. And initially, I was looking for something. I'm into a Forex service company called Omega Pro. So, and I needed to, I'm not too good in recruiting. So I was looking for something that could help me. When I read about Onpassive, what Carol posted on Facebook, so a company that could help me, in fact, I thought the company is already there. The marketing tools are already working. So if I come on and pay the $97, I will have access to the tool. That was the initial thought, and then by that time, I didn't even have the $97 because here in Nigeria, it's not easy for folks around here, Though I'm working, like right now, I'm in the office. So, but after I eventually paid, logged in and tried to see some of the videos and some of the past webinars that Carol shared, I began to understand what Onpassive was all about. And I realized it's going to be huge, and it's actually more than what I thought of at the beginning. And I'm convinced, that we're in the right place. And I have no doubts in my mind. I'm ready to wait. I have, I'm a tech kind of person, so I think I understand a bit of what they are doing, trying to develop all the, the technology, the programming, all the stuff. It's a lot of hard work on their part, so one should salute them. And I look forward to when and whenever it's going to come on, it's going to be launched. And one can be able to plug in to use the tools. I can't wait. Right now, although I'm struggling a bit to recruit and grow on Omega Pro, which is a service, Forex service company, more or less like a multi-level marketing aspect of it, So though I'm trying to recruit, but I believe that Onpassive, when it launches, is going to be a great help. Then talking about when I also learned about the compensation plan, that one could actually make additional money, you know, by being on Onpassive. You know, I think it's awesome. You know, I really look forward to, you know, Onpassive launching. And as I said, I want to thank Carol, you know, for giving me the opportunity to come across Onpassive. Thank you very much. And one other thing, each time I join the webinar and listen to everyone, there's something, you know, something about the love that I feel that everyone shares. You know, it's awesome. And I think for anyone who loves to help others, once you come to Onpassive, irrespective, in fact, you're not even thinking about the money. You know, the money will come, definitely. You know, so, but the love that you feel that is shared among the people, it's something I believe no amount of money can buy. You know, so and that is, so I'm happy being connected with all of you, you know, and with Onpassive. So thank you very much, Carol.
You're welcome. That was great. How do you pronounce your first name, Chuck?
Chukuma. Yeah, I know it's difficult for you to. It's Chukuma is my language. But you guys call Chucks.
Chucks, okay.
For short. For short, yes.
Okay, that's wonderful. That's
Thank
great.
you very much.
That was great. It's so nice to meet you. And you're right. As corny as it may sound to people, the heart and the love and people I have met, like I said, I've been in the corporate world for my whole career and I enjoyed it, but the people I'm surrounded by now, it's the whole thing about helping humanity. And yes, at first it was to help my team to make money. And I know the wealth is going to come in. I want my siblings to be retired. I want to do the right things for my nieces and nephews and my elderly parents. And on top of that, now it's turned into, who else am I going to help? And, you know, we're creating a Macrea Family Legacy Foundation to help a certain niche in society, you know, elderly and their caregivers. And I've got all of these ideas and my mind is just full with, who am I going to help? How am I going to help them? So that's what my days are going to look like when we launch and the wealth comes in, like Ash tells us, fill your tank, take care of what you need to, and then find ways to give back and help humanity, whether in your community, globally, whatever. So that is, my mind has changed a lot into, that's what I'm excited about, not getting possessions or a bigger house or cars. It's having that total freedom, which Ash says CAPMO equals total freedom. Total freedom is time freedom and financial freedom. And to have that and to not worry about money is going to be such a relief for a lot of people. And whether or not founders come on board and they are struggling to make that first payment, Ash is not going to leave any founders behind. He's going to create a way for everyone. That cost is going to be between $100 and $250. He has said if you can afford to be a founder, you can afford the first month's subscription. I do not know what it's going to cost, but I do know he is going to have ways for other founders to pay it forward to other founders to bring them in, because I believe legally, and this is just my mind thinking, he needs people to go in and pay for the first month to make this compliant and legal and for you to start earning commissions. But there are going to be ways to pay it forward to help our fellow founders, perhaps in Nigeria or other countries that may be struggling, where $97 is a lot more to maybe some people in Canada or the US or in England. So that's what I like about it too. We're going to get everybody on board and we're all going to help each other.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Definitely. That's incredible. Would anyone else like to speak?
Can I say something?
Sure. Who is that?
Oh, Jonathan.
Hi, Jonathan. How are you?
Yeah, please
so,
do.
We blessed, and right now I'm just driving, but I still can talk though.
Okay.
That's okay, because I'm on my way to work. But anyway, far as Onpassive, what happened, right? First of all, I give all praises to the Most High for this opportunity. And when I saw the advertisement, Carol's advertisement, not once, not twice, but the third time, I said, let me look into this, right? It says no recruiting. I said, I said, this is too good to be true, right? So when I talked to Carol, and I said, Carol, I'm going to join, but not right now. She was so patient with me, So when I finally joined and everything, I've been talking to Carol a lot, and then not just been talking to her, but I was like telling her, I said, Carol, one thing about me, I don't get too high on things like this and everything. I really don't, because like they say, it's like scams and stuff like that. But as time went on, when I talked to, when I seen the videos of Mike and Ash, more and more, I was being more convinced, and then I was like, and when I was so convinced about it, I kept calling Carol. I said, Carol, did you hear what he said about this at Mr. Ash? Did you see? I was just so hyped up and still hyped up and all. But now I finally got the word out to people, and now they interested in joining it, right? Especially with my son, because before when I joined, my son, right, he kept looking at me. He said, Dad, why are you smiling? Why you got I said, if only if you knew what's bound to happen. So I finally said, Dad, what's going on? So I finally gave him a videotape of Mr. Ash. And now he's getting ready to come aboard. So it was just like, I said, son, this is going to set us free and everything. And he's like me. He don't get too hyped up on things either, unless it's proven and there's a way for this to happen. So now he's ready to come on the board, and he's going to get other people to come in. So I'm just really hyped up over this. And like I said before, I don't get too hyped up on things, but now I'm ready for this. I'm ready for 2021. Give us a great start, and y'all bless everyone.
I love your energy, Jonathan. Thank you.
That's awesome. Jonathan, I wish you were more excited about it, though.
Oh yeah, I'm getting there, Carol. I'm really getting there now, because like I said, it took me a while, but as time I'm looking at the videos and hearing other people talking, I'm really hyped up now. I'm on board and everything, especially by me paying the $97. To me, I understand some people can't afford it, but I look at it like this: the $97, if you can spend money on crap, why can't you spend $97 on investing in yourself and your future?
Exactly. Exactly. And just to be surrounded by like-minded people. So not everybody can be a founder, like Ash says. It takes a special person who really catches the vision and has that belief that anything is possible. One thing he said to me early on when we had a private webinar with the Leadership Council, and I said, Ash, I have so many ideas. I don't think outside the box. I said, I don't have a box. And I said, people, my whole career, I'd start talking and I could see some people rolling their eyes or wanting to put a lid on me. And he's like, Susie, that's never going to happen here. And he said, if you can think it, we will do everything we can to make it happen. And that's just the way he wants the financial pressure off of all of us so that we can go back and do things and be creative and not be doing jobs that are making us miserable and stressing us out. To go back, get that space in your head to be creative again, because you'll be alleviated from worrying about finances. So he wants all of us to go back and blossom. And I love that when he said, you say anything, no one's going to roll their eyes or put a lid on you. I was like, oh, I'm finally home in a company that I feel like I can totally be myself. And he loves all of us being ourselves. He doesn't want us to all be robots or clones as founders. He loves the diversity. So I think, Jay, did you have some questions? I know we're getting close to an hour here.
Yes, so I have a few questions that I wrote down. So the first one is on one side, Susie, you mentioned that there is no recruiting required, right? That it's not compulsory. You don't have to recruit anyone.
No.
But on the other side,
Mhm.
I see that most of us that are in this webinar, we are a part of Carol's team, right, Carol?
Some of, yeah.
Yeah.
Not everybody, but yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. So this also means, shows that Carol is recruiting. Like we are also recruits of Carol, right? I am very good with recruiting. If I get to it, I can recruit, 30, 40 people in the next few months into this business also. The reason is why, what is the purpose of recruiting? Like why are you recruiting or Carol recruiting, or why should I be recruiting? Even if it's not mandatory, even if it's not compulsory, how is recruiting going to benefit me in the business?
Okay, that's a very good question. And I hope I can answer it accurately for you. Like, I don't have all of the answers 100%, but this is what I've learned. If you have a team of founders under you, okay, that each founder under you is kind of like another stream of income, and it will start depending on when you joined. So if you joined, I'll just use examples. If you joined on January 4th, 2020, which is last year, that's when I joined. So you joined and then I joined, okay? And you do not bring anybody in, and Susie brings 150 people in, her team starts growing.
Right.
And I don't understand the whole pay plan because we're not privy to all of it, but I am in a better spot in the company compensation and pay plan, not just in a better spot, but I will earn quicker and faster than someone who has not brought anybody in. You will still get there. It will just take longer. So if you have people under you, you can, as Mike Ellis always says, you can cut time frames. But I have lots of people on my team that have no one under them. However, they will get some overflow from above. So the benefit of bringing people in is to earn income at a quicker pace than those who don't.
Right. Okay. And in one of the webinars, I heard that you could only have 3 people under you, and all the others are basically going to get someplace in the whole matrix, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere. Yeah. So,
Yes.
and so is that all I have to do? Just get in 3 people?
You don't even have to do that if you don't want to. I have lots of people who have nobody in. You can get 3 in. See, now let's think about this for a second. And this is something in Mike Ellis's last video, which I recommend everybody listen to. You can go to YouTube Onpassive Nation and listen to it. The other thing is, I'll see if I can put the link in the chat here. If you're not part of the Onpassive Nation Facebook group, I recommend you do. I can send the link. I'll put the link in here before we sign off. It doesn't matter if you're in Onpassive Nation under Mike, Marty, or Dan. It doesn't matter if you're on their team or not. This is a Facebook group that's open to prospects and it's open to founders. And Marty does a live every day, like he's doing one right about now. He does one at noon. There's a lot of information there that is very, very helpful. And you'll see Mike's videos right away. Subscribe to it. Anyway, what Mike says is when we go from 97 to 149, okay, you can still recruit people. The company's going to go out there and they're going to do marketing. There's no guarantee you'll get people under you, but the likelihood is you will, okay? Possibly get one founder under you, but like I said, there's no guarantee. But just think about this, Jay, and everybody listening. This is what Mike Ellis said. Those people coming in and us founders are now going to be working with and beta testing products. So now these people coming in, so say you bring someone in and they say for the 149, and they say, oh my goodness, these are some of the products, and they start playing with them. Well, they start telling people they know in network marketing or in companies or whatever. And just the credibility of having your hands on actual products could help you build a team organically, so to speak, before we go into launch, and it puts you in a great position. However, like I said, you don't have to do the recruiting.
Right. Okay. And in order for me to start approaching people on social media, what do I have to share with them? Is there a link that takes them to my account where they can go through the detail and then
Yes.
yeah, get signed up?
Okay, so you're a paid founder, correct?
Yes.
Okay, when did you join?
I joined, I think, last week.
Okay, you're in still, everybody's in a great position no matter what. Okay, you go into your back office, okay, and there's a thing called My Links. Okay, you click on My Links, and there's all different tabs at the top. If you scroll all the way down to the bottom, it has your registration link that you can copy and paste and send someone, but that doesn't have any information. It just says that if they register, they're going to sign up under you as a pending founder. When they pay, they're an actual founder and they show up in your team.
Right.
There's a link called webinar links. Okay. And unfortunately, those have not really been updated this past month. I know support has been inundated with stuff, but if you go to webinar links and you go webinar link 8 through 16, okay, those are your personal webinar links. I would copy and paste and look at a few of them, and it's going to say, Jay Sharma is inviting you. We know that the old date is still up there for old public webinars. But if you scroll down, there's about 4 or 5 recorded public webinars that people can watch at their leisure. Most of them are an hour long. That's one thing, because then when you send that to people and they click that they want to register, they're assigned to you. Okay. There's other invitation links and whatnot, and someone else may want to speak up on that. I generally have done I send them one of Mike Ellis's videos, or, I've made my own quick ones, just trying less is more in a lot of ways. Or you invite them. It looks like someone helped me out here. I think it was Zorro. He put in the Onpassive Nation. I can't just add you to their Facebook group. You have to click on the link and you have to answer the question as yes to get in there. That's another great place that you could add people. And when they're ready to join, we tell them to get back to the person who added them in the Facebook group. They can listen to Marty go live every day or whatnot. So those links are great. You may want to just look around under My Links in the back office.
Yeah, I also like to use that video of Susan DeVoe, I think her name is DeVoe, and she's got really good overview on Onpassive, and it's like 12 minutes long.
Yeah,
and it's really good. She goes through slideshows and she really gives a good breakdown of it. And that's the one that I'll send out to people, and then I send a registration link So, sometimes my presentation link. The main thing is a lot of times if people know you and they've watched you or they followed you, they really are interested in your opinion on it, because most of the time people sign up with you more than they sign up with the company, because they're trusting, you.
Exactly, Carol. And I just want to add, one of my most successful ways of getting friends and family to take a look at it, because I was like, they got to get in. I just felt like they had to get in. And I have a lot of friends and family who have never been online. They barely look at their email. So I created a little video and I said, hi, it's Susie. And I'm here to tell you, I came upon a company, IT, artificial intelligence, that's going to launch very soon. And I want to ask you a question. If Jeff Bezos, the CEO of Amazon, before he launched Amazon, said, hey, would you like to become a founding member for $97? And when we launch, you pay one fee to become a customer, and I'll take care of all of the marketing, the product, the advertising, the customer service, and you'll earn a piece of the pie. Would you have jumped on board if he asked you that? And I say in the video, hell yeah. I said, so for $97, if you want to jump on board, let me know, I'll help you. And then when we launch, it's probably going to be under a couple $100. So out of pocket, about $300, lifetime guarantee. And then I say, if you don't want to, I still love you. But it's clearing my conscience that when it launches, I can say, I told you about it. And that's it. And so I text messaged it. I made a little video. I sent it off. And I did get some people who never responded, a handful, but I probably got maybe 18 or 20 of my friends like that said, Susie, I trust you. What do I have to do? And a lot of times what I did, I'll be quite honest with you, I signed them up. I paid for it. And then they sent me a check just so I could, because I knew that they were not going to probably be involved. They trusted me. I do have another group of people who came on board. They understand the process. They paid, they're engaged, they're on Facebook. But for a lot of my family and friends who do not really engage, that's what I did. And I brought in quite a few people, taught them how to log in. So if that's helpful, you could do that as well.
Well, that's great. That's great information, Susie. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Carol, are you using paid Facebook advertising, or are you just using organically, like just doing it organically?
Just organically, but I've had Facebook groups for like years, like 10 years or more. So I'm administration in them, so I can pin my post to the top of them. So that's how a lot of people have found, because I've pinned Onpassive up there, and different, webinars and different links, and besides posting in groups, and it's taken time to build a following. So a lot of times when you hear some people say, oh yeah, social media is easy, no problem. Well, it's not that easy. It does take time. It takes consistency.
Absolutely.
It takes consistent, definitely.
So does anyone else have any other questions? We have maybe another 5 minutes or so. Carol, would be good.
Yeah. Anyone else want to say something?
Yes.
I
I need help with creating a link that'll work. I've tried various ones and none of them work for me.
What are you trying
They
to?
won't work in the traffic exchanges.
The Onpassive link won't work?
It only works in Easy Hits for You. Only one I have that works. The other ones, they keep blocking me. I've tried the redirects and they don't work either.
Did you do trim URL and that we have offered?
I've tried Tiny URL. It didn't work. I can't imagine the other one. I'll try the trim URL
Yeah, trim
But I can't
URL.
imagine it being any different from tiny URL.
Yeah, and you know what? You're asking that question, and that's something I am not good at answering. So I may let somebody else
Yeah,
answer that.
I don't know why it won't work either. Yeah, thank you.
But okay, you're welcome. But I do know that trim URL is in our back office down at the bottom. I do know people have trouble with our link on Facebook, that it has to be in comments, that it can't be posted, but I'm not sure what
Yeah.
traffic places you're talking about, because I don't do that kind of stuff. But try the trim URL and see if that'll help you.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, the trim URL I wasn't able to use in Facebook groups either. I do have a simple page that I set up, Steve, if you want one. I thought I already set one up for you, but maybe perhaps
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't.
Thank you.
It's just of Susan DeVal, her overview on Onpassive, and then your registration link. I set one up for Loretta too, and I'll set that up. It's a Weebly. Weebly normally works in any account of the traffic exchanges.
Yeah, and I know that Marty, Mike, and Dan have one, but really what it is they were doing custom splash pages for people in the team. Now they just have a regular link you can send to people, but it doesn't have your individual registration link. It just has you can say, get back to me on email. And what it is it's like 3 quick videos about the business with Mike Ellis talking and a few words, I think, from Ash. There it is. Okay, look at that. Zorro, you're great. Waking up the cat. If everyone looks in the chat, you can copy that. Waking up the, oh yes, and global wealth building. I love you, Zorro.
That's great. Isn't he such a big help?
You're a big help.
Big help. He really is.
All I really want to possibly end with, if we don't have any questions, is you get to the point where, and we all are human, and we all have emotions. We get anxious. We may have some sense of doubt at time, and that's okay. It happens to all of us. And I think that once you turn the corner and you realize that Ash Mufareh has not come this far in almost 3 years with a building in Hyderabad and in Bangalore and Orlando with staff, has not touched any of the $97 that over 400,000 founders have paid. He has not touched that. It's in a Stripe account. He has used his own money and his family money. He is paying a payroll. He is paying expenses every month. No one wants to launch more than him, but he wants it done right. So once you start seeing all of that social proof of what this man is doing, and it's just not a fly-by-night company, you're going to have that. You're not going to say, I hope. You're going to be saying, I believe. And I've kind of changed my language, like, oh, I hope we launch soon. Of course, I hope we launch soon. We all do. But now it's like, I believe we are going to be launching soon. And I believe this is going to be life-changing for all of us. So I think when you do your homework and you see what's going on with this company, he would be crazy to be doing this. He created a budget. He has millions of dollars that he has earned as the top affiliate marketer for a company called GDI. He still makes a lot of money. He has created a budget to fund this. He has figured it out. I don't know all his financial status, but I do know that he has enough money. He says, he doesn't need any more money. That is why he is opening it up and sharing it. And most of the bankers and the people checking him for compliance and all of the legalities, their minds are like, why are you doing this? And he says, why not? So he is a rare breed of a CEO that is going to give back almost all of the profit to the founding members. And those type of people don't exist. Except they do, one, Ash. So I'm just happy to be part of that.
Can I ask one last question?
Sure.
Okay, so I understand that I can share the links and talk about Onpassive with my friends and people on social media. Is there anything that we should be careful with, like that we should not say, or that we are prohibited from saying to the people?
Well, it's like anything, you can't guarantee any kind of income because we don't like to say that, but we do like to say that you are forced to be successful. You're not allowed in any of the Facebook groups to post your personal link just out of courtesy. We don't do that in Onpassive Nation. You know, if someone is invited by you and they reach out to you, great. But Marty, Mike, and Dan spend a lot of money on advertising and they get people joining the group. So that type of stuff you can't do, but you basically don't want to disclose anything in the back office. You shouldn't post anything or snapshots of the back office. We kind of have to keep that private.
Yeah, of course.
You can say how many founders, but you don't want to be doing snapshots.
Right. Okay, thanks.
Okay, and look in, Zorro is really adding a lot of stuff in the chat. Oh, you guys feverishly copy and paste that. He's very organized. I love to talk and engage with people, but I'm not misorganization. Trust me. You should see the piles of papers I have and the things I got to do. But anyway, does anyone else have any other questions for Carol, myself, or anyone else? I guess it looks good. So Carol, I will end the recording and send this to you. Okay.
Okay.